All right, hello everyone, and welcome to week 5, the last week of our training block for our lower body strength and conditioning session. Equipment that you're going to need, since you're nice and warm already, we are going to be using our dumbbells, which I have over here. I also have my stepping stool right here, as well as my loop bands that are sort of hidden behind my stool, and that is it. That's all we're going to need. Of course, we'll also need our timer. For our first part, actually, which is the conditioning work. We're going to get it done right away, starting off with a little spicy conditioning circuit. So you can go ahead and set your timer, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We have 3 exercises. We're doing 3 rounds of them, and then we're going to move on to our strength work. So let's talk about these 3 movements, starting off with an off-knee bird dog. So we need some space. I'm just going to go ahead and move my dumbbells out of my way. This first part is all body weight. We want to get in our all-4 position, pop off our knees, make sure there's some space behind us, which I see in me a little bit more. And we have opposite arm and opposite leg reaching away from us in this off-knee bird dog. Now this one, again, is 40 seconds long. So if you find that's too challenging, you can always just do your legs, just do your arms, maybe eventually adding them both if you need to. 40 seconds down there. That's the first one. Second one we're going to work with is our lateral ski hops. So we're over on one side, narrow stance in our feet, sitting down. We're going to jump ourselves laterally 2 feet at a time, 2 feet leap, 2 feet land, all the way down to one side, and then we come all the way back. So really getting those legs burning up right away. 40 seconds of it. 20 seconds of rest, and then the last and final one we are going to work with is down, once again, in that plank position. This time we're going to be on the hands and the feet, either holding or trying to lift, once again, with that opposite arm and leg lift, okay? Which, yes, is very similar to that off-knee bird dog, but I think it's a little easier. I don't know, we will find out, because you have to do it 3 times total. So we have the off-knee bird dogs, we have those lateral ski hops, off-knee planks, arm leg lifts, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 3 sets. And then you shall be back for your strength work, okay? So go get it done. I'll see you back here. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So we are going to stick you on a timer once again for this first part, which is all about our single leg deadlifts. That's all we're doing for this first part. We're going to have that timer set to 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off, because we're going to be switching every minute. You can just set the timer to beep every minute. We're doing 3 rounds of this. So in terms of weight, we do want to add weight to this. You can either hold 1 or 2 dumbbells in your hands, holding them down by your sides here. Soft knee. We're going to hinge back into the deadlift, stand up to the top, and essentially try to work our balance and work our deadlift for 1 minute on this side, which is going to be many more reps than we normally do. And that's what we're going for here, is really trying to push the limit of this single leg deadlift. So 1 minute over here, timer's going to beep. You're going to switch sides. There's no rest between these. This side's resting when you're doing this side. That is it. We're going to do the other side. It's going to beep. You're back to the first side for your second set. Okay, we're doing 3 sets total. Okay, so that's the first part. First part of the strength, that is. Go get it done, and I'll see you back here for part 2. All right, welcome back, everyone. Part 2. So we are going to be using that stepping stool here for some step ups, doing all one leg at a time. Then we have the option to add weight. We can hold the weights down by our sides here. We're going to step up and have that strong balance and knee drive at the top, coming back down to the bottom, and then driving that knee up to the top. We're doing 8 on each side. So we'll have 8 reps over here, and then we'll switch, and we're going to do 8 reps on the other side. With this one, we have Osmo Deadlifts. So we're in our nice wide sumo stance, weights in front of us. We'll send those hips back, bend the knees into that deadlift, and then pull ourselves up and out of it. 12 reps on these sumo deadlifts. We will be completing 4 sets of this with no rest in between. So once we're finished the deadlifts, we're right into our second set, third, the fourth, and then we have 1 more part. It's going to conclude our class today. Okay, so I'll see you back here for the last part. All right, everyone, welcome back. Woo! So we're going to finish you off with this last part, which is going to incorporate our bands. You can go ahead and move that stool out of the way, so you know where your left mine is. We want preferably 2 bands if you have them. If you only have one, then you're gonna have to move it between our exercises. For the first movement, we want one above the knees, one on the ankles, like this. We're working with our 3-point extension. So hip width, part in the feet, soft knees will hinge back, one to the side, one on an angle, one straight back. Counting all of these, and we're doing 15 on this leg, and then we'll switch, and we're doing 15 on this leg over here. So we'll count each of those, don't matter what angle it's on, we're counting it as a rep, doing 15. Once we're finished that, again, if you only have one band, we're gonna move it up to the knees. If you have 2, you can just stay in this position, wall sit. We're counting, no timer, which is nice. We're counting our abductions, which is the opening of the knees, where you're doing 15. Now, the slower you go, the harder, because essentially the longer you're sitting in this position. And you can always do this in a squat hold as well. If you don't have a wall to sit against, count is the same. Burn is very similar to the same. And we are doing 3 sets of these 2. Little to no rest, okay? So we'll try to go back to back between them as quickly, as efficiently as we can. Woo! And then once you're done 3 sets, you can slingshot that thing off because you are done with it. All you need to do now is stretch. So you can scroll down, find your stretch, and then you are done for the week and for this training block, and hopefully feel good and stronger by the end of it. And I will see you next week for a new one. Okay, have a great superset and weekend, and I will see you guys.